What's up guys, JMatthew here, and today, as you can probably tell already, and by the title of course, I'm doing a Nintendo Switch collection showcase. I'm gonna go through genres and different groups, and I'll show them off each individually. I could have done a video about my entire game collection this year, but I don't really feel like I'm ready for that yet. That'd be a pretty huge undertaking. So we're just gonna do the Switch only for today. So the first set I'm going to begin with is each game series that I have. So each game series that I have multiple Switch games for, like Mario and Zelda and Splatoon and all those. So now let's go through all of my Mario games that I have for the Switch. First off, we have Paper Mario the Origami King, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the sequel to that game, which is Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. We've got another spin-off, which is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the best-selling Switch game, and probably one of my favorites. Luigi's Mansion 3, which I think counts, because I mean, it's part of the Mario series. Next we have Super Mario Odyssey, which is the latest 3D Mario game. Mario Maker 2, and Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And then my last Mario game for the Switch is Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which is the limited time release collection from 2020 that they took off the shelves and off the eShop for some reason. Kind of a stupid idea, but I have it. People are still finding it in stores, and yeah, it's kind of weird. But now we have Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy playable on the Switch and on the go.
Also Mario Party Superstars, Mario Golf Super Rush, and Mario U Deluxe, but I think they all fell on the floor.
The next series of games that I have are my Pokemon games. I've got new Pokemon Snap, which was like the last game I needed to buy in 2021 to have all of the first party releases from that year, so that's pretty cool. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, which I didn't really like that much. I just thought it was like a weird kind of remaster. I don't know. Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Scarlet, which is the newest one. I still haven't gotten to play this one. I got it in New York City this past December, but I'm looking forward to it. I'll get to it at some point soon. And then we have Pokemon Shield, which I did play, and it was really good, but obviously there were some small things that it's another Pokemon game. That's about it. And then finally, it's Pokken Tournament DX. I think what happened is I played the demo for the Wii U version, and I liked it a lot, and so I bought the Switch version used. And I enjoyed it for what I played, and I think it's kind of underrated, but yeah, maybe Nintendo should try to make a new one. And then moving on, I have 3 Zelda games for the Switch. Obviously, Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, is coming out next month, so maybe I'll get a 4th one pretty soon. But so far, here's what I have. We've got Skyward Sword HD, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and then of course, Breath of the Wild. And now here are the game series that I only have 2 games for on the Switch. Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3. 2 of my favorite Switch games. I've sunk in so many hours into both of these games, and obviously I have so many memories with friends. And yeah, definitely check them out if you haven't already. Kirby Star Allies and Kirby in the Forgotten Land. The one that people say is one of the worst 2D Kirby games. And then we have really the only 3D, like real 3D Kirby game yet. And I really love this game, and I hope they do more. And then of course we have 2 must-haves, the Five Nights at Freddy's Core Collection and Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, the console port. Yeah, as you may know, I've been a big fan of FNAF since the first game. My very first public video is a video of me and my friend playing FNAF 2 all the way back in 2015. And yeah, so I wanted to have these games on Switch, and now I do. They might not be the best ports or the best versions to play, but I do have them on Switch, so that's kind of cool. And the next category are the cozy games, or like the games you can play when you want to relax, or you're in like just a relaxing mood and you want to just like turn on your Switch and just kind of hang out. The first one is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. It's a great puzzle game, and yeah, it's just easy to turn on and play. The Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain. It's the first Big Brain Academy game since like the Wii, so that was kind of interesting that they made this. It's a very simple game as well. Miitopia I thought worked here too. You know, you can play it and relax, and it's not too complicated or anything. And then the big one that really makes this category and probably wouldn't exist without it is Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is the Switch game that I've spent the most time with. I've had so much fun with this, and like I said, it's definitely very, very cozy and relaxing and good for when you need to relieve stress and hang out and chill. I definitely recommend it if you like games like Minecraft and Stardew Valley and all those types of games. Yeah, Animal Crossing New Horizons, very good game. And then we have the must-haves and the hidden gems. These two kind of blend together as a category, but I thought these two should be separated because they're well-known games, but these ones have kind of well-known games, but they're also hidden gems for sure. Like, they're not very known, but they're very good games. So the two must-haves that I separated are Ring Fit Adventure and Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy is an amazing platformer. It's very difficult, but that's what makes it great. So definitely play it, pick it up if you haven't already. This is also the limited run physical edition for the Switch. And then there's Ring Fit Adventure, which is a very good fitness game. It actually can help you, lose weight and exercise more, and it's also really, really fun. So it's perfect. And then of course the last category before we just get to a bunch of the random games that I have that I didn't really figure out a category for, we have the hidden gems. My first pick was this game called Hover. It's kind of like Jet Set Radio, and you're running around this huge city, and you just need to check it out for yourself because I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of different from a lot of games. It's like a free runner, and you have to like do quests. It's online as well. So yeah, definitely check this one out. It's called Hover. New Super Lucky's Tale. It's a 3D platformer inspired by a lot of the greats like Mario Odyssey and just any popular 3D platformer that you can think of. It's a collect-a-thon. The graphics, the visuals are really nice. So yeah, check it out. Then we have Pac-Man World Repack, baby. When this was announced, I was so hyped. I loved playing the PS1 version, the original, and I love Pac-Man as well, so this is really cool to have, and I obviously played this version, and it's amazing. I loved, I hope they remaster or remake the sequel and then the third game, because that would be awesome to have on Switch too. But yeah, definitely check it out. I'd say it's a hidden gem. I know it's a popular franchise, but I do think that this remake didn't get quite as much love as it should have, so I thought it would count in the hidden gems section, I guess. Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX. This is a remake of the Master System game. There's even a filter where you can like switch it so that it looks like the Master System graphics, which is pretty cool. And I got this on Black Friday one year, and it turned out being pretty cool. WarioWare Get It Together. I know, again, it's a Nintendo game, it's a Wario game, but I guess I kind of put in hidden gems because I also feel like it didn't get as much love as it should have. There's probably better WarioWare games out there, but I still found this game really, really fun. It's a good way to pass the time, and I would consider it a hidden gem in a way. If that makes sense to you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if that makes sense, these games being in the hidden gems section. Again, ARMS, a Nintendo game. But everyone knows for a fact out there, ARMS is very underrated, and I guess you can say that it's missing a lot of content, but I played it recently, and I think there is quite a bit of content in this game. Go take a look. Obviously there's room for more, for sure, but there is a lot to collect, and there's a lot of game modes. There's online, of course, but yeah, I think an ARMS 2 would be really beneficial. Now these two are actual hidden gems, I promise you. They're both limited physical run release indie game collections. So these two games are compiled of eShop only Switch games. This was a limited release that I think shipped from like somewhere in Asia, and then this was a limited release that I won from the Too Many Games 2021 raffle box. Now beginning with this one, this is the Pigeon Dev Games collection that comes with Awesome P, Awesome P2, Bucket Knight, and Explosive Jake. It was really cool to get this because it came in this cool box over there that's kind of tucked away, so I'm gonna leave it in there for now. But I've heard of Awesome P before, so it was cool to, have a physical version of that, even though I didn't even like ask for it. I just kind of won it. So like, what? And then this one, of course, this is the Super Retro Platformer Collection. It is compiled of MacBat 64, Tori 3D, and then Commander Keen in Keen Dreams Definitive Edition, and Regina and Mac. If you guys know me, then you know that I've made videos about this company before, Ciactro and Diplodocus, who publishes their games for the Switch. But I think Diplodocus on their own brought MacBat and Tori 3D to this collection along with two of their own games, which is with Regina and Mac and Commander Keen and Keen Dreams. But yeah, I definitely had to buy this because I've always wanted a physical copy of MacBat and Tori 3D, since I found that game and I found that company. So this is a really cool thing to have in my collection personally, and it's definitely a hidden gem. And then lastly, we have the rest of my Nintendo Switch games collection. These are the miscellaneous games. A lot of great games too. I just couldn't really find a way to put them into those categories that I shut off before. So yeah, let's get into it. We've got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I know this could have been in the series part, but I'm missing two, so I didn't really want to put an incomplete trilogy in there. I have Pikmin 3 Deluxe, can't wait for the fourth one. Omori, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Undertale, which I recently played a few months ago, and I really enjoyed it. Smash Bros. Ultimate, of course, you cannot go without it. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, complete edition. It's a pretty long subtitle. It's also another one of my limited run Switch games. Game Builder Garage, which I never really figured out how to play or how to use. Chicken Range, which came with a gun peripheral to put your Joy-Cons in, and it had a download code and no cartridge. Crystal Crisis, which is a indie game puzzle game, which actually features a lot of characters from other games like The Binding of Isaac and Cave Story. Balan Wonderworld, if you know, you know. Runbow Deluxe Edition. Sonic Frontiers. Dot Hack GU Last Recode. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Metroid Dread, of course. I still need to buy the remaster of Metroid Prime. The Outer Worlds, Super Bomberman R. And then the last bunch we've got consists of Travis Strikes Again, the No More Hero spinoff, Neo, The World Ends With You, Nintendo Switch Sports, another good game for fitness. I think it could have used more content, but I think it was still a good game. You can get it for pretty cheap nowadays. Chris Tales or Christ Tales, I don't even know. Then we have Kiwi, like the bird. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. It's a good game. It's a fun game. Cave Story Plus, which I just mentioned, has a cameo in Crystal Crisis. And then finally, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. I also want to quickly highlight my 2 Switch consoles that I have. It's my first Switch, which is the normal base Switch. Actually, no, it's the red box Switch that has like the updated battery or whatever, with the red and blue Joy-Cons. And then I have my OLED that came with the white Joy-Cons. I also have both Mario Kart Live Home Circuit bundles. Those came with download codes though, and no cases. So I just have the boxes and the cards to show for that. So yeah, that is my entire Nintendo Switch game collection. All 70 games or so, I think. Not the most giant collection in the world, but of course I have the rest of my collection to show for that. I'm not really into collecting Switch games, so to speak. So this is what I have. I've had my own Switch for about 3 years now, and I think this in 3 years is, pretty decent. Of course, once the Switch is the last gen, I'm sure I'll be able to find a lot more Switch games in the wild and for cheaper. So that's when I'll really start bulking up my Switch collection, I guess. Because I don't really like buying a bunch of new games when I'm collecting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. We're going on our way to 2K. I'm gonna try my best to hit it this year. I'm posting shorts, which is like original, like made for shorts content. I know some people will just like make highlights of their videos or like just like clip a stream and post it on their shorts. But I do that with my clips channel. I usually have been trying to keep my main channel like original and like high quality content for my shorts. So make sure you check those out too. And subscribe to the Tipping Stars podcast too. We're on our way to 100 subs and we're almost at our 1 year anniversary on there. So definitely go check it out. All right, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day and have a good night. I'll see you in the next